All right, welcome back, everyone, to episode 9 of the Off the Bench podcast with your hosts, Kobe and Nathan.
Episode 9, I think it's 11.
What?
We're episode 11, man.
Are we?
Mate, we've done, no, 10, sorry, 10.
10.
We're on 10, yeah. My doc says we're on 10. We've done 9.
Oh, okay. Episode 10.
Yes, episode 10.
So welcome back, everybody. Today, going to be talking about some NBA recaps. Round 1 is now concluded.
Yes.
So round
Some good series. I was right with some of them.
Round 2 predictions.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be now reacting to, this was a very last minute decision, this one.
It was last minute, but I like it. I think it's cool.
Reacting to a Bleacher Report article, Blockbuster NBA trades.
Yeah.
For teams ready to go all in, pretty much.
Yeah, which I love.
Uh,
A few really big names in there that I think you guys are going to like.
Yep.
I'm interested because I actually haven't really looked at these trades, whether I'm going to like or hate them.
I haven't looked at them either. I just saw the articles.
So there's going to be some raw footage here. We haven't even looked at it.
We're going to touch on some
NFL. So ESPN Fantasy, on their app, they have posted something and it's due in about 3 days of over and unders of teams' wins throughout the season. So we're going to do the AFC East and the AFC North, since my favourite team's the Bills.
And I'm a Ravens
And
fan.
he's a Ravens fan, so we thought we're going to start with both of our teams, both of our conferences, which I think will be very interesting because I think I will piss Aiden off with one of mine.
And to wrap the episode up, we're going to be doing a UFC 315 predictions with that happening this weekend. And
For JDM.
Athletic Australian JDM.
I reckon I'm going to shock you with who I want to win as well.
I think I'm not as well. I've got a few different thoughts happening. Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, I can't blow it, but there is a reason. Before I say it, before I go against everything that I believe in, I have an idea, and I think I'm going to explain it quite well.
I have a few little ideas as well, but we'll touch on that when
that will come up at the end. So if you would like to watch either part, whatever part you want to watch, you can always skip through to those parts and watch them individually. But here we are. We're going to start. We're not doing a spin the wheel today, but we're actually going to start with our round 1 recap because there is so much to talk in this NBA period.
Yeah.
So round 1, obviously a few easy series. We had the Thunder. We had the Grizzlies series. Ja Morant had yours all figured out, but already lost the series.
Yep.
I think we don't even really need to talk about it. Thunder won. We predicted Thunder would win. We said it would be in 4. Yep. They wiped the floor with them.
Really wasn't. I mean,
wasn't much of a series. Same as, I think, the Cavs Heat.
Cavs Heat.
We don't even, usually we'd split up East and then we go West, but let's just tick those 2 off.
Yeah.
Not much of a series. Heat gave up.
Pretty much. That was just our last games. They rolled over and they showed their abilities.
Yeah.
That was...
What'd they lose by, like 60?
It was insane.
I didn't actually watch that series, period.
I
turned on the Thunder Grizzlies series. I didn't even turn on the Cavs Heat series. So it was like
into the first game.
There was just no point for me.
And it was competitive until the 4th quarter. And
then okay. Yep. So that was a bit boring. From there, we'll start East. We'll go East.
That's right, East. Yeah.
It's a little bit more boring in the East. We'll go East. Pacers Bucks.
It was a bit serious.
Yep.
Bucks underperformed.
Oh, massively.
Like, granted, they were dealing with some shit.
Yep.
I think having Dane come back is such a high moment, and then having exit him with an Achilles injury subs at the next game.
I felt so bad for him.
Me too, bro. Me too.
So bad for him.
And I don't know what
he pushed his body. He got himself back. Done.
Yeah.
It was like, come on, man.
Now the Bucks are in a bit of a hole.
Yeah.
How do you do? They have no draft picks. Damian Lillard's 35. He's about to be out for all of next season. What are you, Giannis?
Kind of got to get rid of.
You've
got to do something. I don't know who you actually get rid of. I think it's hard to trade a Brook Lopez right now in his career.
He's a free agent.
Is he going to be free agent?
He's a free agent.
Oh, it's going to be annoying for him.
There's a few of them guys, but they're starters. Like Gary Trent, Torian Prince, Brook Lopez, all free agents. Now, I don't know if you bring any of them back.
But it's a toughie. That is a very tough one.
But the Pacers looked really good. They looked really good.
I'm going to say that I think the Pacers...
Continue.
I think you're wrong. But I think the Pacers are such a good team. They are so good.
That's what they are.
Watching them play basketball, obviously we're going to talk about it more when we get into the second round, but watching them play basketball is so good to watch.
I would like to give a shout out to Andrew Nemhard.
I do like him.
He's good. He's really good. Like, he's like a do-it-all sort of guy. It's like I knew he was solid. I liked him as a player. But
I know they're very different play styles, but he reminds me of a lot of a role type to like Jaden McDaniels. Defends well. Like, I know they do different things, but I'm saying, like, when I think of players at the level they're at and how they play, Nemhart's getting to that point where he's like at that Jaden McDaniels, and he actually plays, and he just has such a good role for his team.
that's what he is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they do very different things, but their role, they play so well. Yeah, and I think him and Jaden McDaniels are so good at that.
He's like
that's where I'm putting him now, and I think it's great.
He's like a Patrick Beverley on steroids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could say that.
That's right. Like, they make the hustle.
Maybe on test.
Huh?
Test. Yeah, maybe test, maybe not steroids, but on test.
All right, well, they make the hustle plays. Then offensively, he's fun to watch. He talks shit. Like, I really enjoy it.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, I know he plays a very different role to Jaden McDaniels. They do very different things. But their role, they are both so good at. I love it.
He's a leader at what he does.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Moving on, though, we're gonna touch on Celtics Magic. I'm gonna miss Knicks Pistons for now.
Come back to it
because I think I just want to tick the next one off.
Okay.
Celtics 1-5. We knew they'd win. I actually said they were gonna sweep. I thought they played terrible. I'm sorry. I'm a Celtics fan. I was watching them lose that game. I was watching the next game after it. I watched game 1 of the Knicks. They need to stop settling for a 3.
It's not settling.
I think but it looks like settling. When you've got a guy like Jaylen Brown who's so good off the dribble, can drive to the lane. Jason Tatum off the dribble, drive to the lane. And they're settling for 3s. It annoys me.
That's what they're good at, 100%.
Because I'm like, you are so good at driving to the lane and getting in that mid-range, that under the basket. Why are you just shooting all these 3s? Get there, let the other guys shoot the 3s, and you driving in will create the open 3s.
But throughout the entire season, that's been their offense, right? They led the league in 3s taken. I think they led in makes as well.
Probably. I don't know about the percentage. I was about to say, I don't know about percentage.
They didn't lead in percentage. I don't know that, but they definitely...
That's what I thought. That's where you were going, and I was like, no, I don't think that percentage. So I think it's just annoyed me to watch because they lose games like they lost, and I'm like, you shouldn't lose that game.
Well, their offense, like I said, it's been live by the 3, die by the 3.
Yeah. So I think, look,
they died.
They won 4-1. I was disappointed in that 4-1.
Yeah.
As a Celtics fan.
On the flip side, though, the Magic looked really good.
They played really well.
Paolo is going to be a superstar.
But I didn't think they were good enough as a team to beat us. We beat ourselves, and I didn't like it. I was like, this is not the team. Watching them, I obviously believe they're going to win the title being a Celtics fan. I'm not going to stop backing them when they're so good.
Yeah.
But it's hard to watch that type of play and then go and come in here, for example, and be like, yeah, they're going to win. Because then I go, well, are they? Are they playing? Like, it just annoys me as a fan. But yeah, look, moving on to my favourite series in the first round. Knicks Pistons, very good series, very close series. I think I said this when we were picking it. You picked Pistons in 6 or 7? 7. I picked Knicks in 6.
Yeah.
And I said their inexperience is going to bite them.
It did.
And it did.
It did.
And I think they were honestly almost a better team. That for most parts of that series, but they lost themselves a series late in games.
Yeah,
they didn't know how to close them out. So I think it was a great learning curve for the Pistons. That will be better off for it next year.
That's what I'm going to say.
I'm just hoping they don't do a Magic. So obviously Magic was it last year with a 3 seed, lost that series, and then obviously because of injuries had a bad year. Came 7 seed. I'm hoping they don't move backwards, like go backwards.
I think the only way that they do that is if I wouldn't compare them to the Magic, right?
I would, because I'm saying where they were.
No, but listen. Magic is because of injuries. I would compare them to a few years ago Yeah, but our Hawks. Yes, they did make it as far, but the Hawks made it to a conference finals.
And then them now taking massive steps back.
Traded away their depth for DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
Because they are look at them, right? I don't want Pistons to look at the success that they had, go and trade for someone that they don't need, and end up setting them back.
Yeah.
They all looked good. They've all got the experience now, or some experience at least.
I just
build off of that.
I was looking at the Magic because how recent it was as well.
What was it? 2-3 years ago.
2020.
No, it wasn't.
2021 because they played the Bucks in the conference finals. Yeah, so 2021 was when they were good, and they took a step back. But yeah, like I hope that they learn from this and they get better. They're a good team. I liked Cade. I thought he played very well. But yeah, they just need to close out the series. So that's what I predicted.
Yeah.
It's what I expected to happen. And Jalen Brunson, like, he played so tough. Didn't flop at all. Just played proper, you know?
It's actually, you know what?
He played better than you.
The game 6, I watched the whole game. It was straight buckets. Like, there was no flopping. There was no...
I think the Pistons... I think that was more the Pistons, though. The Pistons adjusted, I think.
It could have been that if it was...
I think the Pistons adjusted.
He also didn't even try it, right?
Yeah, I just think the Pistons adjusted and Jalen Brunson almost knew that they were. Like, I reckon he started the game was like, okay, they're adjusting. I'm not going to try and do it and force it. I'm just going to play now. And I liked it. It was a much better game.
It was better. It was better to watch than the...
Yeah. But we're going to move to the West. First round. Talked about Thunder Grizzlies.
Yeah.
We'll go to the Nuggets Clippers.
Yeah.
7-game series, but Nuggets pull them out. 7.
And I was kind of shocked
I picked the Clippers.
To be honest, I picked the Clippers.
I thought they were a better all-round team. I thought they had less holes.
I didn't think that they would come out so flat in that first game.
I was watching First Things First, and they put it perfectly. James Harden is just a generational choker in the 7. Like, he just doesn't play well, the tougher the games get. I think that hurt them.
Harden, though, because as a team...
Did you see him play in that game 7, though?
As a team, they didn't play great. And if you're Kawhi, you need to demand the ball. That's a 30 shot. That should have been a 30 shot Kawhi game, and it wasn't.
But also a Harden game.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Like, at that team,
I was watching it, and they're talking about I'm having games with the same amount of turnovers as field goals made. Yeah. Harden leads, and it was comparing him to LeBron, Steph, KD, right?
Yeah.
He was beating them by about 40. He would have 50 to LeBron having 12.
Yeah.
Steph having 5, KD having 3 or something, I think it was.
Yeah.
Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that was the numbers. Just to see him consistently do it is like... he's not aggressive once.
In terms of turnovers, he's always going to be like that, but because of how much he has to...
Well, but just lack of field goals attempted. Field goals made. Like, he just wasn't aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, he came out flat. He came out not trying to shoot the basket.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think that was just him. I think the whole team came out.
I think he leads that a lot, though. I think right now he's not the leader of the team. Kawhi's the leader of the team. But him playing so many more games than Kawhi, when the team's looking at a guy to bring them that energy, I think naturally looking at Harden is how they would have been this year, just because he's been there so much longer this year, like playing-wise.
Yeah.
And I think so him not bringing it was like the team going, subconsciously realizing he's not even bringing it. And then Kawhi needed to be better as well. Yes, I agree.
Well, that was the part that disappointed me the most.
And you expect Kawhi to be better, but we almost expected Harden to do this.
Yeah. No.
Not to that level, but we didn't expect Harden to be hard. We expected him to be out.
The part that I was disappointed about was that Kawhi didn't come out guns blazing. He came out pretty passive. Yeah.
Which he just couldn't do. So yeah, I think there was a big team effort there that just wasn't there in the 7. Yeah, a little bit disappointing that game 7. Very disappointing. Lakers Timberwolves. I don't remember who I picked. I know you picked the Lakers, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure I picked me.
I don't.
I think I said in 7, though.
I reckon I've got it here. I would have it on who I picked. I don't know who you would have, though.
I don't know. I would have to go back and find
But watching it, it was good series. It was
a
tough series.
It was too big.
Yeah, it's too big, too strong, too athletic on the wings.
You could see the Lakers' holes they were like glaring, right? You could tell that they had zero bench depth. You could tell that they had no reliable big man.
Yeah.
And you could tell that they had no defense. No defense.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. They looked bad. I blame it more on Luka than anybody. Because Luka just didn't try in defense. Like letting people blow by him. I know that's who he is. I know that's a him thing, but that's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse at all. But when I think of if I had to, right?
Yeah.
If I had to be like, all right, the Lakers blew this series. They were overwhelming favorites amongst everyone to win the series, right? I look at coaching.
Yeah, I thought their coach was playing the whole team, the whole starting lineup, the whole second half. There's a reason why it's never happened before.
Yeah.
They came to the next game looking drained from the get-go. He played his starters too much that they would get to the fourth quarter and hit front rim because they're all fatigued.
Not even that, right? Like, that last game, they got beat by Rudy Gobert, right? You know, like Gobert had a 2020 game. That's unheard of, right?
But you can almost live by as Lakers.
You can.
You can almost live with it because you're like, you know what? Gobert beats, we didn't let Ant beat us.
100%.
So you can almost live with that.
The Lakers have 3 centers on the roster. Yes, they're not good.
Just do it playing.
They didn't play them, right? That's a coaching decision.
Yeah. And refusing to play them when halfway through the game, you knew Gobert's just getting any rebound he wants.
Yeah.
Gobert's getting any point in that bucket, in that paint he wants.
Yeah.
Let's just trial a center. Just see what happens for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just see what happens. There's nothing to lose.
There for a body, right? You're already losing. Just
to lose and have a historically bad shooting night from 3, 7 from 47 from 3, and win comfortably.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
It's insane.
Like, you can't do that.
No.
And then, very happy with how this series ended. Warriors, Rockets. Rockets beat themselves.
I think we can say the same thing about the Rockets that we said about the Pistons.
I was about to say that.
It's inexperienced.
Şengün missed an easy shot late in game 3 or 4? 4. To make it 3-1. He hits that. They win in 7.
Yeah.
They win in 6 probably, actually. 6. So, little things like that. I think their inexperience beat themselves. I think they got too, being so inexperienced, they got too overwhelmed with the physicality in the fact that it looked like they cared more about trying to rough up Steph, rough up the Warriors, than playing basketball at points.
Say that for some people. And
I'm not saying it for the whole team.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for some of them. And it looked like, because they were so invested in trying to do that, that they went away from what's been working for them all year.
Yeah.
And that was a big reason why they lost. Whereas when the Warriors won, they let Draymond be Draymond. But you could see Steph rally the rest of them. Jimmy rally the rest of them and go, okay, Draymond's going to rough it up. We leave that. Whatever. We're just going to play basketball. Let him do all the roughing up. Whereas the Rockets got consumed by it a little bit. And then that's when their offense would stagnate. That's when they wouldn't play basketball. They were just more worried about, we're just going to hit them. We're going to be violent. And that was what hurt them a little bit. It was worked to an extent.
To be fair to the Rockets, but all season long, they have been a below average offensive team. They've been a defensive team all season.
Yeah. They're bad in the half court. We knew that coming in.
Their offense at moments looked better than what I thought it would for the playoffs, especially. The biggest disappointment for me was Jalen Green. He had one good get on. And I said this to him.
Go take the nails. Like, far out. That was bad.
Jalen Green confused me so much, right? Because he is so athletic. He's probably just as athletic as a player like Anthony Edwards, right? But you're only ever seeing him have a good game when he's hitting 5 or 6 threes. He relies so much on the
jump shot, yeah.
He's such a jump shot heavy player. And it's like he doesn't even use his speed or his athleticism to his advantage half the time unless he's in the fast break.
What disappointed me more was not that he had a bad series, was the fact that game 1 he had 9 points, 8 points, whatever it was. Game 2 he had 38. And they won. He had the biggest difference between game 1 and game 2 of your first 2 playoff career games ever.
Yeah.
like 30 points. And then he went straight back down.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, oh, you were just having a really bad series. You tried hard, but you just had a really bad series.
But he did have a really bad series.
Oh, wait.
That one game that he scored,
But what I'm saying is,
he had 6 threes.
but he had that game showing he had it in him. And then he went bad again. And it's like, okay, you had the game. You can't say you lacked confidence that by game 5 and game 6 and game 7, because you had that game where you shot well. What was going on? Doesn't matter. You still got to hit shots. Celtics were open in their game. And they kept missing shots. And he was missing shots in those later games. So I thought that was more disappointing. The fact that he showed he can still do it.
And you won.
Actually, there's no way. Oh, that's great. That is amazing.
That was.
I don't care that you cut me off. I do not care. That's great. 2-0 Indy.
Let me go.
That's changing my take. Cannot lie.
Halliburton. Oh no, wait, hold on. Fourth quarter.
Sorry for the interruption, guys.
Where's the end of it?
We are new to this. We are basketball fans at heart.
Oh shit. Okay.
What?
Listen to this. Let me read it out to you.
Okay.
Let me read it out to you.
This is going to be the start. I think we've ended our first round.
Yeah.
I know we should be getting better at this. We've ended the first round. We're going to start with the Cavs Pacers. Round 2. Read it to free. Because this is how I'm going to formulate my point too.
All right. Where are we at?
Yeah.
Score is 114, 119 to Cleveland.
Yeah.
45 seconds left. Tyrese Halliburton gets his layup blocked. Offensive rebound. Pascal Siakam.
Oh, but his ass.
His ass. He only had 12 points. His shit. All right. So now you've got the score is it's 116, 119, 30 seconds left. It's a bunch of subs, blah, blah, blah. Andrew Nembhard gets a steal. Ty Jerome fouls Halliburton. He makes the first. So now it's 117.
He missed the second on purpose.
This is the second. Gets his own rebound. Step back 3-pointer for the win.
That makes me think it was on purpose.
100% it was on purpose.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, makes the first.
Well, the way you said it, you were like, misses the second. I was like, but it's on purpose. No. Like the way you said it was like it wasn't on purpose. I was like, that has to be on purpose.
No, it was on purpose.
Yeah, okay.
Misses the second, gets his own offensive rebound, and hits a step back 3.
So I'm thinking he must have pegged it, hit it, took a step back, knew it was coming to him.
Unless it just got tipped because there was time.
Okay.
Right,
We're gonna watch the highlights.
When he got the rebound, there was 10 seconds left, so there was time, right? So I'm thinking that might have been tipped around a little bit.
I'm thinking, should we watch the highlights as part of an extra video after this?
Yeah,
get our raw reaction to it.
We'll go back and watch.
We'll do it after, but yeah.
Okay, we'll go back and watch like the last minute or something.
Yeah. So 2-0 Pacers. Who you got winning the series?
We'll
say you got a minute to explain it to. We got to be quick.
Worried about the Cavs, especially with Mobley, Garland, and all injured.
A lot of injuries.
Right. If the Cavs were going to win game, it probably would have been today, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially steal that game with so many injuries.
They had 48 from Donovan, 22 from Allen, 23 from Max Strus, right? That's good. Okay, that's pretty good. If they were going to win a game, especially at home, it should have. So.
Yeah, I'm saying Pacers in 7. Maybe 6.
It depends.
Since they're 2-0 up away.
Depends how they keep it up. Like, if they go home and they bring the same intensity, it could be like 5.
I'm going to say 6.
It depends how bad the injuries are.
Because I think Garland will come back, and I think that will help. Like, they're going to steal 2. Cavs are good enough to get 2.
But I don't think he's expected to come back at this point. Like, really? There's no timeline.
But when I was watching the other day, they said he was going to be back for this game. Yeah. And he said that. So that would make me think that he's going to be back soon, even if he's not this game. I still got Indiana in 6. Yeah, Indiana in 6. Rematch against the Celtics in the conference finals, which will spoil my pick for the next series. I still have the Celtics. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to have a historically bad shooting night from the Celtics and lose by 3 in overtime, like, I know I was annoyed watching it. Like, guys, why are you shooting?
Yeah.
But if we're having that bad where we're shooting 20%, like low 20s, and we only lose by 3 in overtime.
That's not the part that worries me. The part that worries me is that it's rough almost 20.
No, I'm going to get to that. But what I'm saying, this is more the positive that I saw as a fan.
Okay.
My positive was we lost by 3 in overtime, shooting that badly. 60 of our 90 possessions, we shot threes.
Yeah.
So that if we're able to shoot that badly and that often, where we didn't run away from it, but if we make one more three out of the 60, we tie the game or we actually win the game, depending if it was because it was tight regulation, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's almost like a positive in the way of we played so badly and still nearly stole that game. Like I know we're up 20, so it's weird to say stole, but when I look at the end result and I look at our percentages, it would have been a steal. Like how the Timberwolves, in my eyes, even though they won by so much, like 10 or something against the Lakers, was a steal.
Yeah.
Like how do you shoot that bad and still win the game? So it was almost positive that the Knicks only just beat us, even though we shot so badly.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh, well, we can shoot that badly and still nearly beat you guys.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That makes
But
sense.
I was worried that we're up 20 and lost the game.
Yeah.
We might have lost that mental edge that we had on the Knicks. Because now the Knicks, I think, believe they can beat us, which is a problem.
Well, what I saw was it was the Knicks defense, right? They're just like with that switch, and
I know you said Cat had a bad game and stuff, so that's a little bit worrying. But OG's not going to give you 30 every night.
but he has been in terms of consistency.
He's been better,
He's probably been their second best player.
but he's not going to give you 30.
Not 30, but
You know what I mean?
how often is Bridges and Cat
Yeah.
demonstrate 13 and 5? You know what I mean?
True. I'm just saying, I think, yeah. So there's the positives. I still got Celtics in 6. I'll say the Knicks will probably get one more.
I would probably go Celtics in 6.
Yeah, I'm saying 6 now. I didn't think we'd lose that game, but Celtics in 6. Thunder Nuggets, Thunder in 6.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
I'm not going to lie. The only thing that worried me at the end of that game is the fact that you had that game and you still lost it. I'm not worried that you're going to lose the series, but I'm worried for you guys in the way of how does that affect you guys mentally late in games? Especially your coach. Like, what does your coach do now? Is he going to go stand on it and say, yep, we're going to continue doing that plan? Or is he going to change and say, all right, guys, we have one of the best defenses in the league. We probably should have just defended it.
No, all season long,
Like,
he's been a game guy. I don't agree with the fouling up through.
I thought that was
with that much time.
it was a coward play. I'm not going to lie.
It was.
In my eyes, it's like you didn't let the boys play basketball and you got the result that you deserved for it.
Yeah, it wasn't the smartest play, especially with that much time left on the clock.
I agree.
But I'm not worried. Okay.
I'm not worried they're going to lose. I still think they're going to win, but I was worried in the long run of like, you can't play like that again. You have to play basketball now.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. Like, I hope they learnt their lessons, what I'm more saying.
Yeah, no,
For the
they'll be fine,
But they played well. And then Timberwolves Warriors. Look, I'm going to go first. Well, I mean, you just take go first, but I'm going to say my point first. I'm a Warriors, like, not a Warriors fan. I'm a Steph fan through and through. Everyone knows this, right? I want the Warriors to win. I don't expect them to win. And I don't care if they lose this series because I don't think they are the favourites or they should be the favourites. Don't know what the betting favourites are, but they shouldn't be the favourites coming into the series. Find that out for me while I make the point. I think the Timberwolves' length, athleticism, fitness, and the fact that they're also young still is going to be a problem for the Warriors. We play small ball. And I think that small ball is going to hurt us when you got Randall, you got Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels. You want Ant going into the paint. I think that small ball is going to hurt us. So I do think Timberwolves in 6. And I think they're the reasons that you would have for the Timberwolves winning as well.
I can't find this anyway.
That's right. We won't worry about that.
No,
But I got my point across. I think their length and their athleticism is going to be a problem for Jimmy. Less Steph, more Jimmy.
No, see, I'd say the other way around.
No, because I think the way Jimmy plays, that length is going to come into it more. You can play with that length and athleticism like Armin Thompson did, but a good shooting night of Steph is not going to, like, the defense is, like, when Steph's shooting good, he's shooting good. Doesn't matter what defense you play. Whereas Jimmy, the way he plays a bit more inside, he likes that post up, more that mid-range type of play, the length and athleticism might hurt him. Might make it hard. I think Draymond's got a lot of work cut out for him in this series too, that he will struggle with.
I don't think there's going to be a whole lot Draymond can do.
That's what I mean. Like, I think he's just got a lot of work.
This is going to be a series.
Podgorevsky might have troubles.
If the Warriors want to win, it's going to be a series for everyone else. You're going to need big body heel games. You're going to need big games off the bench from Moody. I mean, this is a series where you have to play Kuminga.
Yeah. So I'm going to be honest.
And you can't give Kuminga DMPs against
I think he'll play.
the Wolves.
But I'm going to be honest. As a Steph fan, I'm not delusional. Timberwolves in 6.
Well, at the moment, Wolves are up 2, and he hasn't made a shot yet.
Yeah. Well, it's fair. Yeah, it has been long.
Almost the end of the first quarter.
Yeah. Okay.
He's 0-4. Rudy Gobert's cooking again.
That actually doesn't shock me. If there was a team he could cook against, the Warriors is one of them. But yeah, so I'm thinking Timberwolves in 6.
Yeah.
And for us, that will wrap up our rankings of the rounds. Now, that did waste half an hour of our time.
That's fine.
But this next bit, this is how I'm going to run it. Okay? Do you want to run it or do you want me to run it?
No, you think.
You found it. Do you want me to run it though?
Do you have a lot?
I've got it up. So I'm going to mention a trade proposition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm going to mention there's 4 of them.
Okay.
You have 30 seconds or just quickly tell me what you like or dislike, whether it's actually a chance of happening, and which team it's going to benefit the most.
Okay.
So, first one, Pistons tab Zion as their Cade co-star.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit Pistons will receive Zion Williamson. That's it. New Orleans will receive Jaden Ivey, Tobias Harris, Bobby Clintman, a 2027 first-round pick, top 3 protected, and 2025 second-round pick via Toronto.
Okay.
What do you like about it or dislike?
I like it for the Pelicans. I hate it for the Pistons.
I hate it for the Pistons too.
I don't think the Pistons get any
Yep.
better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Zion is someone that they should even consider getting.
Mm-hmm. Too injured all the time.
Jaden Ivey, if he was there in that mixed series, I don't want to say different outcome, but I think he would have been very beneficial. Tobias Harris was huge in the playoffs, and he's one of your vets. I don't think you get rid of him for a guy that's going to play 30 games.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're almost giving away too much for a guy that's going to play 30 games.
Yeah, I mean,
Way too much.
The Pelicans getting rid of Zion, great idea, but I don't like this trade.
I don't like it either. Agree. The next one. Rockets fix their offense with Durant mega deal.
Yeah.
So Houston received Kevin Durant, full stop. Phoenix Suns received Fred VanVleet, Cam Whitmore, a 2025 first-round pick, 2027 first-round pick, and a 2028 lottery-protected first-round pick.
I love it for both teams.
For both
teams, I think it gives the Suns a point guard, which they didn't have, and it gives them a young guy. But I love Cam Whitmore, bro. I think he's so nice, and it gives them some picks. They had no kicks, and then for the Rockets, it gives them like go-to bucket get up.
Yeah.
I think if you're the Rockets as well, I would consider shipping off Jalen Green.
I think his trade values at the worst it's ever been right now. But our only problem.
I would consider it, right? Like if you have Şengün,
I'd trade on
Durant.
I'd take off Brooks.
I'd take that. No, I'd take Brooks.
I don't think Brooks. I don't like him. Obviously, I do hate Brooks so much.
I think you keep him because he brings that sort of mentality, though. You need him in a force of God.
I don't think Kevin Durant would like him.
I think he's going to tough out.
But has Durant ever done that in his career?
No.
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to bring Kevin Durant in and you want him to buy in, I think Dylan Brooks would be detrimental to that because I don't think they'll get along. They seem like guys. Dylan Brooks very similar to Draymond Green. Draymond Green and Kevin Durant after a couple of years did not get along.
Also didn't think Draymond and Jimmy were going to get along, but and that's worked out for us. So you never know.
You do never know. I don't think Kevin Durant likes any sort of tension, and I reckon that'll hurt him if they go there for him to buy in. But other than that, I like the trade for both teams.
Both teams.
Heat finding their start in Ja Morant. So Heat's to receive Ja Morant and Jay Huff. Memphis receive Duncan Robinson, Kyle Anderson, Nikola Jovic, Jaime Jaquez Jr., 2025 first-round pick via Golden State, 2029 first-round pick, top 4 protected, and 2031 first-round pick.
I don't know if I like this one for either.
I don't.
I
do like that you get Ja Morant out of Memphis. I think he needs that.
I don't know. See, if I was Memphis, I'd be looking at Bain or Jackson first.
I just think Ja mentally would be very good for him to get out of Memphis. But I don't think Miami's his landing spot. I don't think that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know.
Especially from Miami. I don't think the Ja Hero Bam team does much better than a Ja Bain Jackson team.
Yeah, okay. I just don't think they're going to go that far. They might be playoffs, but they're not going to do much. Last one. Raptors win the Giannis sweepstakes. This is my favorite one.
Okay.
Just in the fact that it involves Giannis.
Yeah.
Raptors receive Giannis Antetokounmpo and Pat Connaughton. Bucks receive Brendan Ingram, RJ Barrett, 2025 first round pick, top 2 protected, 2027 first round pick, and a 2029 first round pick, and a 2031 first round pick. They get a lot in return.
I like it for the Bucks. That's a good haul to get back from Giannis. I don't like it for Giannis himself, though.
Because I don't think they're going to do much this year with or without Giannis. So I do like it for a build the future type of thing.
I'm trying to think of everyone else in that team. You got Scotty Barnes, you've got Jakob Poeltl, other big guys. Adding Giannis into that, there's not a whole lot of shooting, a whole lot of size. I don't like it for Giannis. I like it for the Bucks.
Yep, I like it. Yeah, I like that take. And that's going to wrap up our NBA section of the podcast. And we're going to move into the NFL. It's going to be a 10-minute segment of NFL over-under, AFC East, AFC North.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm saying 10 minutes, we have 20 minutes left. I want to have 10 minutes for UFC as well.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to get it up. I have it here on ESPN Fantasy app. They do have an over-under competition due in a couple of days.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd start with the AFC East and the AFC North. We're going to start with the Bills division.
Yeah.
Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots. Now, do you want me to run it or do you want to run it?
You got the same up, so
I'll run NFL, you run UFC.
Let's do it.
All right. Bills over under 11.5 wins.
Over.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think Josh is going to have an amazing season. I think it's 13.
I don't think they've done, off the top of my head, I don't think they've made a whole lot of changes. They won 13 games last season.
They've made a couple of good picks in there. They had a couple of good draft picks.
So
I'm saying over. I'm saying 13 is my window for them.
I'm not going to give a specific, but I'll go.
I also think they're in a bad division when you have to play everyone in the division twice each, and it's a bad division, and you should win all those games.
Yeah.
Then you should win a lot of games. That's how I think of it. And we have the Dolphins over under 8.5 wins.
Under. So I've seen a lot about Tyreek Hill being unhappy. Tua is
an injury
all the time.
Concussions, which I feel bad for him.
And then
I will say I have them around that 7 to 8 mark, so it's close, but I have them around that 7 to 8.
Yeah. Over under.
Yeah. Jets over under 5.5. It's tough. Over.
Barely, but over.
Okay. You got Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
I'm saying under. I'm picking 5. So I'm not saying it's a lot under. I'm saying 5.
Yeah, no, I mean barely, bro. Like I say, like maybe 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, over.
Okay. Patriots over under 7.5.
Under.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say I think they're gonna get 6. I think they might get 7.
What was it, 7.5?
Yeah, I think under, but close. I think Drake May's going to be better. You got Stephon Diggs now in his wide receiver room.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be better than last year. They got 4 wins last year.
They'll be better than last year.
Yeah.
But
and that's what I'm saying.
I think we're going to see as good as what they are.
Yeah, I agree. I think none of those 3 are making the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's only going to be the Bills, again, out of that division to make playoffs.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to start with the Ravens?
Yeah, might as well.
He is a Ravens fan, guys, so don't go too hard on him. Ravens over under 11.5.
Oh.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I have them under.
I got an over. I think even though our last couple of playoffs have been pretty shocking, you're always solid in the regular season. So, over.
That's why I said under. They won 12 games last year. Okay. I think the Bengals will be better this year. And this is how I thought it. I said, okay, how many teams are they going to play? They're in a tough division. They're going to have to play the Steelers twice, the Bengals twice, and the Browns twice. They'll win both Browns games.
100%.
I'm saying the Bengals, though, they might lose both. They might win both. You know, they're just tough games.
Yeah.
Steelers, for some reason, they're always tough against the Ravens.
I think we got 1-1 last year.
Yeah, and that was like for the first time in a while. They've beaten the Steelers.
Yeah.
Like,
it was one.
Lamar's not good against the Steelers for some weird reason. So again, there's 4 tough games, right? Then I said, you're going to play the Chiefs, you're going to play the Bills.
Yeah.
6 tough games. Then, in the NFC, you're going to have to play at least one of Commanders, Lions, Philly. At least one.
Yeah.
You might play 2, you might play 1. Yeah, let's say you play one of them. There's 7 tough games. There's always a game a team drops that they shouldn't drop. You know what I mean? Against a team they should just beat, they always drop it.
Yeah.
There's 8. Let's say you win a couple of those games, 2 of them out of those tough games,
Yeah.
which I'm predicting.
Yeah.
You have lost 6 games. There's your 11 games. I said under. I said they're going to get 11.
No, I still would.
That's how I thought of it. So I was very, very clinical with how I thought of it. I took it very seriously because I thought this was a tough one. I'm saying 11 wins.
I still go over. I reckon it'll be
I think
13.
I just think that because they're in a tough division makes it hard for them. So I'm saying that 11 mark.
Yeah.
Steelers over under 8.5.
Well,
Got them under. I'm saying their first losing season under Tomlin.
no, I go over. I reckon they'll be around the same points they are this year.
I say
Last year.
8 wins. So they had 9 last year. They have 8 this year. That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be worse this year,
Yeah.
but not by much. Bengals over under 10.5.
Honda. Over number 10.
I could say that. I said over. I just think Burrow's going to go off again. Their defense is going to be better.
Yeah.
So I'm saying over. Well, they get 9 last year.
Yeah.
So I'm saying they're getting 11 to 12 this year. I just think it's going to be a year where he's copped a lot of slander. The team's copped a lot of slander. I think they're going to get that 11 to 12. Browns over under 4.5. Just not a playoff team. I'm saying under 3 to 4 wins.
Yeah, I'll go under as well.
So I think they're going to try all the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Maybe start with Flacco. They're going to play horrible. They might go to Minshew, play horrible. Then they'll go to Shaw. Don't know if they'll get any better.
Yeah.
That's how I think it's going to go. I think they're going to have a shocker.
Yeah, under. It's going to be a development year.
Yeah, I agree. And that is probably the quickest segment we have ever done.
Yeah, that was fast.
That was 6 minutes.
That was very fast.
But I thought, not being the NFL season, we're just going to slip it in there, do a little bit.
Yeah.
See what happens, and we'll get through. Because we need to talk about the UFC. If it sounds rushed, sorry guys, but we're just a bit pressed for time today.
Yeah.
We had an hour,
That's all right.
but that's fine. We're going to get to the UFC, and it's your turn.
UFC 315. Muhammad Del Nadalao this weekend.
JDM.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to start with bottom of the main card.
Yep.
You're going to tell me who you think's going to win. And let's not go how. Let's say in like how many rounds.
Okay. So you're going to have to tell me how many rounds each one. I'm going to guess 3 to start, obviously, but
There's only 2 5-rounders and
Yep.
2 fighter fighters.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So first fight of the main card, you got Benoit Saint Denis versus Kyle Prepelec. Kyle is a late add-on because the guy that Benoit was meant to be.
I'll say they weren't meant to fight, were they?
No, he pulled out like a week ago.
Yep.
And then Kyle stepped up. So
I think that's an easy one.
very late add-on.
Saint Denis. I think Saint Denis is going to win. I think he's going to dog walk him.
So
I reckon he's going to smash it. Yeah. I think it's going to be a dog walk. How many rounds, though?
3.
No, I'm saying for myself and how many he's going to, like, if he's going to win it in.
I got this one by decision, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's going to be one of those fights that's just not even close.
Benoit is also coming off 2 KO losses to Poirier and Moicano.
Still saying Benoit.
Yeah.
Benoit Saint Denis is going to walk through him.
Okay.
Decision, walk through him. Yeah.
All right. Next up, Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva.
It's a tough one. Can't lie. I don't really know much of either. It's
Silva
going to be a decision.
Silva is coming off of a submission win versus Jessica Andrade, and Grasso is coming off that title loss to Valentina Shevchenko.
I'm going to pick Grasso on the fact that she has 14 title fights. She's the number 1 ranked. I'm going to give her
Grasso is
respect.
for a higher level of competition.
Yeah, like I'm just going to give it to Grasso on the fact that I don't know enough to say she's going to get upset.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to Grasso.
Yeah. Next up, we have Jose Aldo and Hyman Zahid.
Jose Aldo. Give me Jose. Not betting against him. I'm going to have Aldo. I think.
You know he's on a losing streak?
Yep. Give it to him. Don't know why. I think there's more of a heart thing than a mind thing. Yeah. Jose Aldo, 3-round fight, decision.
Decision?
I don't think he's going to finish him in 3 rounds. So I'm going to say decision, Jose. It's my pick.
All right, next up, the
Shevchenko.
women's flyweight
Mm.
title fight. Valentina Shevchenko coming off that win against Alexa Grasso
Mm-hmm.
versus Manon Fiorot.
Give me the champion. She's not even the favourite.
Manon's the favorite.
Can't believe that.
Valentina's good as well.
I'm giving it to Shevchenko. I know I've never seen.
Me too.
I don't see her losing the fight, if I'm honest with you. I actually, if I'm honest with you, I don't know if it's going to be a rounds or not. Like decision or not. But give me Shevchenko. Don't know.
Valentina always looks to finish. I bet they're winning this one by submission.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't feel comfortable picking KO, decision, or submission because I don't really know.
Yeah.
Could be any of them. But give me Shevchenko.
The main event, Bilal Muhammad versus Dirty.
Okay. If I'm honest with myself, Bilal will win this fight.
Yeah.
I think he's going to wrestle him. Control. Decision.
Yeah.
That's how to see it done.
Yeah.
Could submit him, but I think it's just going to be...
Bilal's he's not a finisher.
No.
If he's going to win,
it's going to be control time. I think it's just going to be a control time, boring fight to watch. That's how he wins, and I think he will do that. Kind of what he did to Leon a bit.
Yeah.
That's just how things will win. So decision, control time. Bilal.
Yeah.
Can I say, this is what I said earlier when I said I think I'm going to shock a lot of people and who I'm picking. Obviously, we're Australian. We should be going for JDM.
Yeah.
I think the UFC is going for Bilal in this respect. I reckon, and what I would love to see is if Bilal wins, I want Bilal to win for this reason. Bilal wins, Islam stays in lightweight.
Yeah.
Islam Ilya.
That's pretty much been...
That's what I want.
That's pretty much been confirmed.
Yeah.
That if Bilal wins, Islam stays in lightweight.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have to fight Topuria. But if JDM wins, Islam moves up and it's going to be a Topuria Oliveira.
I would rather see the Ilya Islam fight and then Oliveira faces the winner.
Yeah.
So for me, that's the only reason why I want Bilal to win, because I do want to see that. And then Bilal versus Shavkat, Shavkat win, then Islam Shavkat would be a banger of a fight. I reckon that'd be...
I'd rather see Vlad Buckley.
No, I'd rather see Shavkat. We had this conversation the other week.
Yeah, we did.
But I'm a big Shavkat fan too. I love him.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to see. That's the only reason. Obviously, as an Aussie, I'm going for JDM. Don't get me wrong. But my brain says Bilal's winning by control time, decision, and that if that happens, I will be still happy because of those reasons. That is what I think. Stand on business there.
I want JDM to win.
Obviously, I've got Aussie, but if he loses, which I think will happen, I wouldn't be like upset because I'd be like, this is good for UFC.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, I don't want Islam to go up and then just dog walking and then be like, that's a bit boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think Bilal will probably win. Yeah. And it's going to be just by holding him, and it's going to suck.
And I'm going to hate watching it.
But
that's just what I think is going to happen.
But if that's what it takes to get Topuria versus Islam,
then you know what?
I'll cop it on the chin.
I got my Volk win.
I'll cop it on the chin, exactly.
I got my Volk win, so there is an Aussie. If Volk lost, very different. Because of that, no, I want an Aussie to win. Yeah. I need an Aussie win.
Yeah.
Volk won, I'm okay. Just what I reckon. So please, Australians, do not kill me. I am sorry. But I think that's what I think.
I think that's fair, right? Like,
yeah, I think that's a fair point to make.
Yeah, yeah. If JDM losing means Islam Topuria will fight.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, but I would love that fight. I will pay for the pay-per-view myself.
That is the only fight that I want to happen under Jones Aspinall. They're the
two for Jones Aspinall.
They're the two fights that I want more than anything. So if I can at least get one of them confirmed, I'll be happy. Because
Jones Aspinall is pissing me down. Pissing me off. I am a Jones fan, but every day I am less of a Jones fan. Because I want to see the fight. There is no way you cannot accept this fight as the champion. UFC, you're annoying me because you're not stripping him of the belt. He needs to fight Tom Aspinall, and it would be such a big fight. He posts something about a wall and there being a spot left for another great win.
Yeah, you know what that spot is? It's going to be the Aspinall loss.
But if they're gonna post it, accept the fight.
Yeah.
Don't say I need 6 months and then I need this and I need that, or I need more money. Actually, you gave me the more money, so now I need this.
Yeah.
Just take the fight for your legacy.
I just don't think Jones wants to fight him.
No.
I don't blame him,
But it's just really annoying me. It gets me emotional. Oh, nosy.
however, with that being said, boys, that will wrap up episode 10
10. Said it right this time.
of the Off Your Mad
Yes.
Podcast. So thank you everyone for joining us.
Yep.
And for listening.
Yep.
Like, comment, subscribe, follow the Instagram, YouTube, leave us comments of stuff that you want to see. Yeah.
Yeah, look, hope you enjoy the pod. I hope you enjoy the episode. Under an hour for the first time in a while. Had to be. We were pressed for time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Tell us what you would love to see.
Yeah.
There are things coming, big changes, big things that we'd love to do. Playoffs are heating up, which we're loving. But yeah, follow us on all our socials. Make sure you subscribe and come back for more.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
See you later.
Cheers.